Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 24th episode of Virtually Redundant. I'm joined here by Sleepy Hollow Darren and B45 Collector Connor. how's, how's, how's the week?
You know, you got to collect them all. So,
How many B45s can you collect in 1 year? Connor is on a mission to find out.
but yeah, all good. You know, I believe P45s aren't a thing anymore. Would you believe? So yeah, that's something I've learned this year twice. So yeah,
Are they not?
we're all good.
Not the worst
No?
of the thing. Oh well, yeah, with the PO, yeah, with the way the tax system's set up now, like you don't need to send that off. It's all centralized in the revenue online thing. Yeah.
Note for anyone outside of Ireland, this was a letter you used to get from Revenue, which is the Irish taxation system, when you were terminated.
By Terminator.
Terminated from the job, not like just like, oh, Connor's now deceased. Here's his P45. He no longer works here because he's dead.
You're weak. Come on, guys. You're weak.
Well, I'm trying to live up to the name of this podcast, you know. You're getting made redundant every week, you know.
Kind of got made redundant again this week.
This is like Only Fools and Horses, is it, Connor? You're just doing like get rich quick schemes and then you get your P45 when it doesn't work out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you've got to get that redundancy money.
He's the start of Happy Gilmore, you know, when he's going through all them jobs and.
But all good, you know. Future's looking bright anyway. Whether I stick at IT, whether I don't, who knows? We'll see what the future holds. But yeah,
Future's looking bright because he got a job with like light bulbs and stuff. One now, Darren. What's your week like?
I don't know. I can't even remember anything from this week. I think I can't just keep saying I'm tired every podcast. But
you do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, I could try to think of different ways of saying how tired I am, but you know, swings and roundabouts. I don't think I've been doing much. I don't even know. I've got to just ask my wife and be like, "What did I do yesterday?"
Darren is like Guy Pearce, isn't it, from Memento? You know, he just keeps forgetting everything, so he should start writing down post-its everywhere to remind himself. You know.
I've just been raging at the TV like most of the week. Just everything I watch is just so stupid. Everything's just so stupid.
Everything is cancelled.
and the TV says it right back to you, Darren. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Just looking at you saying you're stupid. All right, we'll move on to the first segment after this noise. I don't know. I don't even know what the noises we use anymore now. I'll probably just add in something like modem. No. No. We'll be right back. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Do you know if there was a zombie invasion? You know what the interesting thing about that is?
What?
They could be used for like unlimited energy. Zombies could.
You can put them on a giant hamster wheel or something.
Yeah, something like that. You know, like if they're constantly like turning around or constantly like moving, like chasing something or whatever, they can generate energy constantly. Like so, you could have like an infinite supply of energy. If the old like zombie movie lore kind of thing where they don't rigor mortis doesn't set in and they just keep going and they never stop, then yeah,
they don't decay. What magical property do zombies have where they just don't decay? Surely, like ignoring rigor mortis.
Yeah, I think I see where you're going with this. So you're like, do you know that technology they have where they put underparts and the vibration can kind of generate that? So you make like a massive car park, put all the zombies in, have them just shuffle around, and that's your power plant, yeah.
So yeah, there's this sure, why not? But basically, yeah, like they could generate electricity, store the electricity.
Yeah, but I mean, you do know like that, like kinetic energy, requires a lot. You'd have to. So basically, do you know what the great thing about a zombie invasion? If 6 billion people became zombies and we put them all in fucking hamster wheels, we'd be able to power in Las Vegas for like a few days. Great.
Well, if you do it right, like you're talking about like powering a house and something like whoever's left over, left alive, and can start really
Oh, good.
I'm
What's
saying
that smell? Oh, yeah, no, it's just the stinking rotten flesh of our friends and family running in the hamster wheel. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad we've got free energy. It kind of smells a bit, but free energy.
Well, it'll piss some very esteemed physicists and
What's the ethics of this though? Because they didn't volunteer. So, like, where do you stand on an ethical standpoint?
they're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead. Like,
Well, maybe that
They're
wasn't. Maybe
undead.
they're. Yeah. Well, maybe their dying wish wasn't to be, on a hamster wheel. So.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
we'll-
I
we'll-
agree.
we'll-
They will.
well,
Don't you know about that's what the writer strike is all about?
So, how do you go
Not
through all
about
the paperwork,
zombies.
Adam?
I mean, where it checks about zombies.
No, the writer strike is basically a big chunk of it is actually to do with the like you digitally using the characters that actors
Oh,
after they died and stuff like that.
like Disney and Star Wars, where they keep bringing actors back from the dead.
Oh my god, no, that's horrible. Yeah, that honestly, I'd hate that. I'd absolutely hate that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, no,
What was that, Connor?
Thanks for ruining just a very nice thing. Just to think, when you next time you're watching a movie, you might go, "Oh, we could actually utilize energy." No, you just kind of ruin it. You just ruined it. You ruin everything. I hate you.
You're welcome.
The other night, I couldn't sleep, and it was like 2
Oh,
a.m.
you could sleep. Oh, boo, boo, Sleepy Daniel. Oh, woe is me.
Welcome to the Sleepless Podcast.
and so I got like a dig on my phone, like, cause so I looked at it, like I thought it was like you get a message and Snapchat said my wife just updated her story now. I was like, no, she fucking didn't. She was sleeping, and it made me think of like what other things do you think apps do that's kind of like not like, oh, we just for advertisement or notifications just to grab your attention back. Have you ever experienced anything like that where like you got a notification like fuck off? That's not.
Well, I know there is designs in certain apps and certain technologies where they do count, how long is it since you last interacted with, and will periodically try and deploy notifications or stuff to try and pull you back in if they think you're disengaged. It can happen with things as well, like even a lot of ads and stuff now.
Yeah.
I know you have targeted advertisement is one thing, but they can kind of look at how you're interacting with the thing and kind of dynamically adjust on the fly as well to try and even if you're trying to get rid of ads, if you're trying to Google sleep and they're like, yeah, get more Netflix subscriptions and watch more cancelled shows.
Yeah. Have you ever got anything like that, Darren? Notifications entice you back in?
Yeah. I mean, I downloaded like Uber Eats ages ago. And I think I ever used it once or something like that, and I still get notifications being like, do you want some groceries? Do you want some chicken? Do you want some Asian food? And it's just like listening every day I get basically a notification from them. Please order something from us. But yeah, I don't get as many notifications. I think with the latest kind of Android, now we're getting back to the IT stuff. With the latest Android, what they do is if you've not used the app in a while, they actually start restricting permissions, which is actually very nice. So I think it's like something like after 30 or 60 days or something like that, your Android operating system will just revoke a lot of the permissions. So if you don't click on the notifications, which says something about you, Daniel, maybe you should stop clicking all the notifications that you get.
Well, you bring a good one to mind, actually. Spotify annoys me every week to a week and a half about this podcast that's been updated. So yeah,
yeah, we're the only subscribers to it. That's why. Actually, interesting to say about the notifications. I got a pop up here on my PC the other day that said about I can save like just 3.6 gigabits of junk that I can save, and I did that, but then all of Darren's Git repos that I stored locally are gone. So. Why is that, Darren? Why is that, Darren?
I don't know. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Yeah, fair play to you on that.
It's like all the Darren ships and Eve being gone as well. Why is that, Daniel?
Where's my money? You gotta pay me for those. Give me my ISK back. Oh.
There's actually a big day coming up
Is
So,
there?
yeah.
All right. What are you going to see? Is going to see Barbie, Oppenheimer? What you doing?
Barbenheimer or Open Barb, I don't know. The big day. It's actually August the 19th. Do you want to know why that's such a big date? Because something happened in 2014, and it's now going to be the 9th anniversary since that happened. And on August 19th, 2014, and we were promised a sick beat from Taylor Swift, and it's been 9 years waiting for that sick beat, and yeah, that's coming up now in 10 days.
I know where you were going with that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I don't
Where's
know.
my sick beat? I mean, I think I've ruined songs for me now because like we mentioned this on one of the earlier podcasts, and I just listened to the lyrics, and I'm just like, this makes no fucking sense. Did he say this? Whoa, this sex is on fire. Fucking it's chlamydia or is it gonorrhea? I don't know what it is, but it's just like I can't listen to lyrics anymore without misconstruing them.
Yeah, you know that song, I'm on top of the world, hey, and it's like, but the top, there is no top, you know, like it's all relative, you know, like
He's rebelling against the flat earthers.
Yeah, he's a
but there is no top. It's all
he's a
relative.
flat earther. If you're a flat earther, you can be on top of it.
Well, yeah, no, you're not on the upside, the other side, which nobody flat earth ever explains what's on the other side, you know.
Australia. It's still Australia. It's just underneath.
I don't like where the world's going. Flat earthers and, you know, hollow earthers, and we've talked about this before with the conspiracy theories.
Have we?
Yeah, we talked a while ago. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Apparently, like I was watching a documentary, and it was basically about a lot of people who get deep into these conspiracy theories. They do start with the like low key conspiracy theories,
Like Thor and Loki, is it?
like yeah. You know, they watch Marvel, then they're like, oh, fucking Thor. If Thor is real and he's a god, and they believe in a flat earth. No, they didn't, but you know.
Then they think, you know, wait a minute, the Battle of New York, you know, they covered that up. I didn't hear anything about that in the news. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, but I agree with that. I think it starts with Loki, but also I remember, I don't know if anyone else has seen the Flat Earth one on Netflix. That's a really good one where they kind of proved it with the 15 degree shift. And in it, like a lot of them join it because, like, I don't want to sound cruel or anything, but they're very lonely people, and they found it like a clique or a group of people that, like, you know, they get along with, and they, you know, like lonely, depressed people looking for conspiracy theory. You know, sad. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make it.
There was actually a research done like ages ago, and it was to do with convincing people who believe in conspiracy theories, right? And they got a lot of people into a room, and they tried like every method under the sun, and like they said they did everything, and literally like the head researcher of the project came out and said like, okay, there was none of them were actually convinced that they believed was wrong, so they couldn't convince him at all, and he literally said like, I am very depressed. in the they literally they just like researcher, psychiatrist and all that is just like, I am very depressed because he couldn't convince anyone not to believe it. And so basically the outcome is really, if someone believes in a conspiracy theory, just leave them. Just don't bother entertaining just don't even bother talking about it because you're not going to convince them.
Say that's nice.
Yeah, I prefer the tried and tested. Yeah, you go one worse than them. Like if they go, oh man, the moon landing was fake, and you go, you believe in the moon, and then like, you know, you just always undercut them that way. Like, you know, that's the only way to do it, because what they're going to say is like, don't be stupid. It's like, no, you're the stupid one. You don't believe, like, you believe in the moon. It's clearly just a hologram. And then if they agree with the like, you always just go like, that's the only way to really.
Yeah. It's like when they talk about lizard men, and you're like, oh, that's what the rodents want you to think. That's what the mole people want you to think.
So you're responsible for all these extra conspiracy theories. You know, you're winding them all up online, sending them deeper down a rabbit hole.
You believe in rabbits, Connor?
Oh, you believe in rabbits?
No, I believe in hares.
Yeah.
And it's time for your weekly kitchen update.
What's going on with your kitchen, Connor?
Well, it's actually nearly there now. Getting an electrician tomorrow. But I do have one recommendation for people. You can get a lot done yourself if you really put your mind to it. You can do a lot of work, but just hire someone professional. That is all.
Yes.
Public service announcement.
Yes.
I can do a lot myself, but Jesus Christ, it's been painful. Apologies to anyone, who, religion.
Yeah, I mean, definitely get someone else to do the electrician, Connor. You're not qualified to electrician. Like, please don't do the electric yourself.
No. I know a limit, so getting them in tomorrow, but yeah, it's been a good hard slog. 2 to 3 months in. I've made my own Venice Canal at one stage.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just have to rip you into a new one, Connor. 2 to 3 months to put. Oh my God, your poor wife! Like, what was your kitchen like? Like during this process?
So yeah, no, it's pretty bad, right? And do you ever go? And because it's an old house, right? Nothing is straightforward. So there was about 5 to 6 layers of wallpaper on the wall, and once you got them off, you discovered more problems: crooked walls, broken walls, stuff to be fixed, pipe work that wasn't done properly, electrical. Well, the electrics were mostly okay because we had them done. But yeah, even at one stage when I went to take up the floor to try and put down a new pipe, I discovered there was actually a massive leak under the floor. So I had to get that fixed, replastering walls, straightening walls. Yeah, so maybe the moral of the story is, if you have a new house, go nuts. You're probably going to be fine. The walls will probably be straight and square and all that. But yeah, if you have an old house, just prepare for pain.
Connor's living in Pee-wee fun house with like slanted walls.
Yeah.
But no, what you didn't have a kitchen for 2 to 3 months. How did you cook food?
I've literally had a singular hot plate that I bought up in a local electronic shop. So I've been using that. One stage we didn't even have running water, so we were using bottles of water.
It's a single hot plate because his wife left him. It's a meal for one.
He has his macaroni and cheese.
It's like Lady and the Tramp, but there's only the Tramp.
It's the dinners that you get, the TV dinners that you put in front of you. It has everything in it. It has your veg, it has your meat.
He'll put his TV dinner on his hot plate and the plastic melts, and he's like, "Oh, how do you cook this?" We're like, "You have to use the microwave, you dipshit." But I have a hot plate.
Well, hopefully tomorrow's the day I get an oven back after 3 months, so that'll be nice. I can actually cook pizzas.
Oh my God, what did you cook? What have you been eating? What's been your diet?
Well,
Connor's a vegetarian. He just eats the veg wraps.
Yeah, salad and
he's just been eating beetroot for 3 months.
Probably a bit too many takeaways as well, to be honest. But which is not good for you long term. But yeah, moral of the story. Yeah.
Also, I'm prepared to bet the cost of the takeaways probably would have equaled one person coming in and doing the kitchen in a week.
Yeah, it's like some cost fallacy, but you get so far in then, and you can't back out. You just have to keep going.
It depends.
I know I've done it before. Yeah, it's the same thing happened to me. Like it. Yeah, I'm from now on. I'm going to just hire someone because I can't deal with spending several weeks doing the kitchen or whatever.
So anyway, that's you'll be glad to know that's probably our second last or last kitchen update on this.
Yeah, I'll surely miss them.
Yeah, rivet and I could do a review of next week of my new appliance technology. My new fridge, which starts beeping at me if it's open for 30 seconds. And...
Yeah, I have to. I have a story here. I have a standalone freezer, big tall one, and that has the beeping thing that if you don't leave it open for 30 seconds, it'll beep. But don't what you say? Don't believe in it too much, if that's the phrase to use, because you think I closed it properly and you didn't. Like if it's very close to being closed, it doesn't beep. So it has to be open like a few inches before it beeps. So and I had the whole freezer, defrost and everything.
Yeah, I can imagine you were probably So here's what really happened, people. Right? During the heat wave in the summer, Daniel was like Homer Simpson, and he had like a tent over the fridge, and he just had the fridge and the freezer open all day, every day to try and cool it down. And then he was wondering why it's malfunctioning.
You're malfunction.
You're a malfunction.
I actually had a brief heart attack there because I was just double checking that we were recording and I didn't see it was recording, but my screen wasn't updated properly. Thank God. Don't worry, listeners. You get to enjoy such great topics as what state is my kitchen in, and what apps have you notified.
Well, I'm gonna have a dishwasher that'll send me a text message when things are done soon, so that'll be good. That's technology.
Wait, what? Did you bought a dishwasher to send you a text message?
Well, I didn't intentionally do it, but yeah, I've looking up. I can get an app, and I can turn on the dishwasher remotely. Why I'd want to do that? I don't know.
You still have to pack it, that, right? Like you still pack it, and you press the button when you're there.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like there's a sort of novelty that it texts you when it's done, because you leave it for a few hours and you go, oh crap, like I forgot to unload it. Like, but it's just a novelty more than.
I've already got the washing machine.
One thing,
it's a message when it's done. So.
For God's sake.
Oh my God! What? No, the one thing I do want to have in the dishwasher is at least a light that you can get one that have lights or timers that show up like on the floor, so like you can see how long is left in the dishwasher. I think that's useful.
On the floor?
I don't need to have a fucking. Yeah. Like you see, like a timer on the floor, like the door of the dishwasher. No, I need to know how long. What do you want me to do? Pull open the dishwasher while it's mid progress? No, I need to know how long it's left in the dishwasher.
That sounds useful. To be fair, that actually sounds.
Daniel never does the dishwasher. You can tell.
No, I might want to just wait until I hear a beep. Like I'm old school.
Yeah, but you don't always know because it doesn't beep. Does your dishwasher beep constantly until you open it?
No, when it's done. Like you hear if it's on or not.
How do you know it's on? You go upstairs. No, not necessarily.
Okay,
not all the
here's
time.
what I do. I open it, a bit of steam comes out. I go feck and I close it again. Oh no!
No!
Shit! I need these laser things. And why don't you have the same thing on every fine sound? Like, why does this have lasers coming out of every fucking machine there? Just tell you when something's done. When you put something in the oven, there's a laser on the ceiling.
No, I mean, Conor agreed with me. It is good. You need to know. Like, you go out for 10 minutes and you come back and you're like, oh, is the dishwasher done? I don't know. I'm just going to keep opening it and let steam it when it's 30 fucking degrees outside and I'm melting. Do you know what I need? I need a fucking sauna. Yeah, I need the steam.
Yeah, now you want a machine that just texts you that
Oh, my fridge has a hidden display in the door as well, which is really cool. So you can tap on it and like the temperature settings and stuff will come up and show you what the temperatures are and all that.
Yeah,
so
because when you open it and it's always there, it's just shit, isn't it? It's just the worst thing in the world. But when you
but when you've got the dial, like the fridge could be broken and you wouldn't know if it's actually that temperature. But it's just appearing on the door. It's
but there's a firmware error and the machine, it's broken. It's reporting. What do you have, like proper real-time monitoring system there that it goes, oh, it's 2, but it's not actually 2 because your setting is 2, but it's not 2 because the coolant is not working properly. It'll say 2 regardless, unless it says like NaN or something or fucking infinite or something.
No, you set a target temperature, but it'll still report the actual temperature until it hits it.
Yeah, until the sensor gets fucked.
You can buy these cards that you just put in your fridge, and then the card just tells you roughly what the temperature is.
Yeah, the magic.
It's only like 50
cards,
or
you put them in, and then you take them back out, and you just shine it.
No, the temperature cards. They're like a pound.
Really?
It's like literally. Yeah, you can get a strip and like you put them in, and then basically the coldness is based on the.
It's like
it shows you the temperature based on the coldness.
Thermometer type thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's a yeah. I put mercury in my fridge and
just don't break it. Whatever you do, yeah.
And don't put it in your hat either.
No. You can get like fridge thermometer things that like they only last a small amount of time. But if you were worried about your fridge temperature, you just put it in and you'd be like, oh, it's 15 degrees.
There's a lot of stuff on Amazon that like tells you the temperature of the room. Just fuck it in your fridge.
And this has been the appliance technology segment.
Yeah, I'd love to just like if I had unlimited money, I'd just make the stupidest devices. Just like the one thing that's always been advertised on me on Facebook is actually the one that you put into your meat, like
the meat thermometer. Yeah.
That's
meat thermometer.
It's a very fancy one. I don't know the brand. I don't want to like free advertising, but everyone know it to see it because it's the only one that's like constantly advertised. Like it's fancy enough, but that'd be pretty cool. Like Like,
is it like I think it's Braun you're taking off or something?
Is it? 1 second.
They're the fancy brand, aren't they?
Braun.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe not Braun. Maybe
I think
something
it's
else.
M-Eater. M-Eater, it's called, I think. Yeah, M-Eater. You get an app in it and everything comes with an app.
Be no good to me.
Well,
oh my god!
Don't you want to know
the center of the broccoli is
temperature of your
15
potatoes.
degrees. Yeah.
I just sent the link for our listeners out there. I sent the link. It's called the link to everyone who's listening now. I sent the link to the other two, but it's a little fancy thing that you shove it into a bit of meat, and then the app will tell you if it's ready or not, and how.
Yeah, but what happens if the sensor goes? Huh? You didn't think about that. Maybe you should get some cards off him.
Who watches the Watchmen?
I put you do the old finger test.
Yeah, I think it's a conspiracy. So
Don't stick your finger in my steak. I'm not. You're never allowed. Maybe a fucking steak again. Daniel just put the steak on the plate. He's like, I made you steak. He just sticks his finger in the steak. He's like, yeah, I think that's 67 degrees. My finger is burnt to bits. And I'm like, oh, thank you for that steak. It's lovely.
happens if someone,
There's a bit of finger in it.
Someone will hack your thermometer now, and just so you get food poisoning, because you're reading the wrong degree. It's a conspiracy.
You're eating into it and you go, nope, I believe in the technology, and you're looking at this red raw fucking meat. Like a chicken is basically undercooked, salmonella is just a bite away, and you're just going, nope, I trust in the technology.
No, you want to. I want to get a sous vide. Those sous vide things that you
like the baths that you put the bag in.
Yeah, you can get ones that do like you put like your chicken or just something or meat into a bag, and then you put the bag in the bottom, and it heats up the water to a perfect temperature, and it's like consistent, and then you get like perfectly cooked meat and veg and stuff like that.
What do I have to look up? I don't even know what you're talking about.
They always use it on MasterChef, and then they have a round where they take it away from them, and then the contestants freak out and don't know what to do.
I just Google meat and bag, and I don't like the results. So what do I look up?
There, I posted it to you. It's in the chat for you. You just Google that. But sous vide. No, sure. Fucking uncultured.
I've never seen this before in my life.
Oh, you haven't, man. That's what I want eventually.
So you put the meat in a bag, and then you put it into this, and then this brings up the water this brings up the temperature of the water to perfect.
To a perfect temperature, yeah.
So it's
for as long as you want, and then yeah.
Is it?
Well, if we have any chef listeners right now, they're like chucking their phone or the.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a fancy. Okay, for our listeners.
Yeah, you so knowing you, Daniel, you get mixed up, and you'd be like that guy in Japan who boiled a crab in a kettle.
Wait, a guy boiled a crab in a kettle?
What happened?
I think it was a while ago. It popped up in Japanese news where some hotel guests got fined because they were boiling crabs in a kettle, and they didn't see anything wrong with it. So I'm assuming that would be you if you were Japanese. Yeah.
Okay. The last thing we'll talk about just on topic is I was watching there's a funny YouTube I saw, and it's basically about all these people going to Italian restaurants or cafes where the waiters are basically when you do something that's very uncultured in terms of food, for example, someone was eating spaghetti and she's like, can I have a cappuccino, and the look the waiter gave her, and he was like, okay, don't worry, he played a joke on it because he said, I'll get it for you now, and came back as soon as she finished that, she came back and or eating spaghetti, and he came back as soon as she finished, he goes, here you go, and she's like, you did that on purpose? He goes, yes, I did. You're not allowed to eat you're not allowed to drink a cappuccino with it because it's, I don't know, I'm uncultured. I don't.
No, you can't. You shouldn't drink cappuccino after 12 midday anyway. It's considered it's a morning drink, cappuccino.
You're okay. No, yeah, but I suppose, but you see people
you uncultured.
But I just thought it's funny because I think over there in Italy, it's very Italy and France. I think are very kind of hardcore when it comes to food. In terms of if you went in and ordered something, for example, some people may do well done steak. They do refuse to do it, of course.
No, they don't. Well, I think that sometimes they don't necessarily refuse to do it, but what they do is they'll give you the worst cut of meat, so they'll just give you a cheap cut. You'd be paying £50 for potentially a cheap cut. You want rare or kind of medium rare. Don't go for anything above.
They refuse.
Yeah, I mean, some places might refuse because I guess, if you go for your, Wagyu beef and you ask for a fucking well done, it's you might as well just say, do you know what? Here's £50. Can you just chuck it in the bin for me, please?
Yeah, true. It's kind of, they take a lot of pride in it, and it's just ruining the meat.
Yeah, they'll probably send you down to
It's
the
an
chipper
expensive
down the
meat.
road. So.
What steak chippers are you
Here's your
going
deep fat fried steak. Here's your deep fat fried steak.
Well, at that stage, you might as well, yeah.
Well, Connor's lucky. He's like, I don't think he'll ever get stood up. Like Connor will go in and go, "Can I have my spaghetti well done, or can I have my broccoli well done?" Like Connor's really safe when it comes to, because it's always about meat.
Well, I'm always constantly having to kind of learn all the words for on the menus wherever I go of what's fish, what's seafood, what's this, what's meat, what's rabbit, and I usually have to do a bit of research in advance and make sure I'm actually scouring the menu. Because even something that might appear vegetarian, sometimes they'd be like, blah, 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 fish sauce. And I'm like, ah. So that was a big problem in Japan. So even when stuff would literally be virtually vegetarian, and then you'd have to make sure they didn't still lump fish sauce or stuff. So yeah, that's a different set of problems than you.
There's a YouTuber who was it's a popular guy who lives in Japan. It's called like Abroad in Japan, and he had one video where he's like where he was basically to give him a challenge, and it was like, oh, just be vegetarian for a day. And he went into a shop, right, to get something, and he came out, he's like, what's your food for the lunch? And he just had a banana in his hand. He's like, this is the only food that I can eat. Because Japan are mad about their kind of meats and fishes and stuff like that. So yeah, I can see why you would actually struggle to just have zero, a purely vegetarian kind of diet there.
I think I ate a lot of just literally seaweed onigiri when I was there. Nothing else. Just seaweed onigiri. It was the only flavor I could have.
And by the way, Connor's not talking about buying it in shops. Connor was literally on the beach just raking seaweed off the beach. And his wife just be like, what are you doing? He's just eating seaweed out of the ocean.
We'll be back.
No, why? What?
After the segment's ended. We'll be
why?
back.
Why the 5 seconds saying we'll be back? We'll be back.
No, I was trying to think of what to say, and I just said we'll be back.
Thanks for joining our cooking podcast this week.
We'll be back to the outro. We're doing the outro now. You guys suck. I hate you.
Okay.
And that was episode 24. Darren, where's my episode 23?
I'm so tired. It'll be available. Yeah, I'm still editing it.
Yes, he's still editing it. We're expecting like an Oscar any day now for his hard work. Connor, you're the host of next week. What have you got planned? What's the plan?
I've got a full choreographed dance that's planned to go to the Samsung washing machine finished song. So I don't know if you've ever looked up, the Samsung washing machine song. People actually do dances to it. But so we're going to do a full choreographed dance.
I have a Samsung washing machine. I know the song you're talking about. Yeah.
What?
Daniel, is in Stone Age. He doesn't have any smart appliances or anything.
Oh, mine beeps.
Daniel gets his wife to go outside and hang up the washing. He's got a big bucket outside and like one of those like rinsers, and he's just like rinsing the clothes back and forward.
Daniel goes to drop it off at the Magdalene laundries once a week.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, a bit risque.
Okay, for any of our uninformed viewers, Google it and then please email us at complaints@virtuallyredundant.com. No,
hashtag cancel Connor.
It's not me doing it, it's Daniel, yeah?
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm just like, my stuff beeps. Okay, that's as fancy as I go. Beeps.
Okay.
Daniel's the beeper. Like Daniel just sees it's finished and he goes up to his wife and he's like, beep. Beep.
Professional beeper, I like it. So kind of what
you ever heard of a professional knocker?
Yeah.
It was the people who kind of at 6 a.m. in the morning they'd go with like a large stick and they'd tap your window to wake you up because before alarm clocks and stuff.
Yeah, it was time to go and work in the mines. Bang, 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 get up.
Yeah.
Down to the mines.
Yeah.
Okay, so
get down to the mines.
Connor, do you know what you're like? Are you going to wait? Is this a surprise or?
Might talk about technology. Because I usually try, So.
Well, I did. We talked about technology. We talked about your kitchen, which went on to appliances.
Yeah. Oh, I think we missed a bit about how my washing machine weighs the detergent and sends text messages and stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. Riveting stuff. Riveting.
I'm wondering, like, has anyone ever tried, like, if like to kind of daisy chain, like, into a really nice, like, kind of like, like when like the way you can get the what's the app, if else then, or something like that's called, and you can kind of like connect everything together and then write kind of like procedures or workflows. So when you're driving home, you can like set up a thing that's like turn on the oven, make
Yeah, IFTTT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So lots of people have done that where they have lots of
Yeah,
stuff where
but you're gonna have to
even
pack
when
it.
sorry,
You're still gonna have to pack it. You still have to do it yourself. You're like right fucking there. Just turn it on.
I know how we solve this. We get one of them robots off Kickstarter. It'd be grand.
Actually,
Oh yeah, do that. Yeah, that's a segment to do.
I will say one thing: putting on the washing machine, like remotely, does actually have a use case.
Because it's fresh done when you get home.
Yeah, well, yeah, because when you like, let's say you load your washing machine, right, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to be away for 6 hours. You don't want to turn on your washing machine before you go out for like an hour or two, and then it's stuck, just mean damp and smelly, and like for 4 hours. But you turn it on an hour before you get back, and it's ready for you to hang up. So I can see the use case of that.
Buy a hybrid.
But not the dishwasher.
Buy a hybrid.
Just buy a hybrid. Hybrid what?
Like washes and then dries it. Like,
oh, they're always like half-assed though.
Yeah, they always break.
Component. Yeah, the dryer
not the
component
ones
is like rubbish.
Not the one with timers at the bottom. They're apparently the best ones on the planet.
No, that's dishwasher. You could play. I'm talking about washing machine.
No. I'm talking about the ones that have I'm talking about the hybrids that have it.
They all have timers on them. If your washing machine doesn't have a time, I mean, I guess you just have a dial, because Daniel's technology is like back in the 20s.
I have to put like 20 cents into every time I use it.
This man comes to my house every so often and just breaks open my washing machine.
Okay, well, you're asking for a theme. I might do a retrospective look at what they thought in the 70s would be the future, and we can laugh at it. It'd be grand, right?
What we think is the future. No, okay, yeah, good idea. Okay,
and then people can laugh at us then in 20 years as well. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening to this in 100 years, we're speaking to you from beyond.
Or maybe not. Who knows what technology is
I know. If you're listening to us in 100 years, we're sorry. We fucked up. We know we fucked up. 2023, we know we fucked up. You have to endure what we've done.
We didn't listen.
We didn't listen. Darren, you have to say we didn't listen.
We didn't listen.
Okay, that's been a podcast. Thank you for listening. I'm Daniel. Goodbye. Connor.
Oh, you want to say goodbye?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Thank you for listening. This has not been the BBC.
No, you meant to just say
24 episodes and we don't have a consistent outro yet.
Listen, right. I'll do it again. Okay, I'm not even going to cut the original. That's been a podcast. I've been your host, Daniel. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. For fuck's sake, you're so slow.
What do you mean?
You're too slow.
Okay, go. No, do it again. No, do it again. One more time. Okay, go.
It's been a podcast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.